Hello everybody, welcome back to the James Lawrence Allcott channel. It was the Sidemen charity match at the weekend. It was incredible. The money raised, which is so important obviously with these things, but the moments that were created as well were of course all iconic and historic and momentous. And I thought, why not? Let's have some fun. Let's have a look at some of the goals. I'm going to work through the highlights. Of course, the whole stream is on the Sidemen channel, as if you don't know that already, but just to be clear, that's what's occurring here. Lots of goals to get through, so let's not mess about. Let's work our way through. I'm able to play football with some of the boys on a Thursday, and so maybe there's, I don't know, we can just have a little look at what happened here and why the game was won by the Sidemen, because I've had a little look at the stats as well, and there is something interesting and revealing in it. So this is, of course, the first goal from Bazinga. Now, I'm going to pause it there, because clever play from Harry. So there's two things going through his mind here, Harry. One, is he just trying to is he trying to get away from Mr. Beast, who's on the left-hand side? Or is he trying to get it to the overload, which is on this right-hand side? I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt, okay? Great selfless play, looking to find the powerhouse that is Ethan Bazinga. And we'll let it run, because it's a special, special moment. And what a goal. And the fact that it's 8 minutes in, it's 0-0 is crucial. Zerka, Sidemen to Sidemen to Sidemen. And then importantly, if we go back one actually, because this goal doesn't happen if Bazinga doesn't have the energy that he's got right now, the fitness and the work that he's put in. Because as a centre midfielder, you can stay exactly where you are if you want to. You've got the ball. Maybe you could trot to where Goldbridge is, down the bottom right-hand corner. Or you could just sit tight. No, not Ethan. Ethan's on his way. He's making a move. And look at the burst. He goes miles past Chris MD, beats and Max Fosh, who dives in, looks to win it, isn't able to because of Bazinga's fitness here. Gideon, we're not going to focus on that because it's just bizarre. But now he's through. And I bet that moment there must have been the scariest moment in Bazinga's footballing history and career. Because, okay, maybe there's a pass there to Mini Minter on the left-hand side, but this is tunnel vision time, right? You're a West Ham fan. You're playing in front of 60,000 people. 10 minutes into the game, so the adrenaline is high anyway. And we all know where he wants to go. He wants to go to that bottom corner. But I know, Ethan will be thinking, for the love of God, get it on target. Fortunately, he does exactly that. Passes it into that bottom left-hand corner. I was concerned, would he get it off his back, this shirt? He does. The knee slide, solid as well. And he chucks the irons out there as well. Such an iconic, special moment. If you haven't seen the picture, I don't know if Ethan's put it up yet, but Loz has got it as well. It's a really, really special photo of him. And such a special moment. It's crazy. This is kind of part of this as well, right? Because these guys, and look at his... look at his eyes. Look at his face. Though that is the adrenaline of a man who is living his dream right now. Very cool. Very, 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 very cool. That's what it's about, right? Because as much, look, you want to win the game. And this is all tongue-in-cheek in terms of breaking down this game, right? There'll be some bits that people could improve on. But it's all about big smiles, right? And that's exactly what happened for Ethan. Should be very, very proud of himself. Amazing stuff. And it doesn't come if he doesn't have that burst of pace, which comes from the fitness that he's got right now, which is amazing. And he's gassed, isn't he? He's so gassed. There he is. Look, just a bit too much pace for Max Fosh there. He had a good game, I thought. I thought he would as well, because I know he's got good energy. Will, and he's kind of doesn't know what to do with himself by that point. He's a little bit too far away, but he's been let down by his centre-back partner. And I think that is a bit of a theme for the Allstars in this game. Look at Willeni giving everything. Thinks about a little dive. It's somewhat pointless because Bazinga's popped it in that bottom corner. Great stuff. Okay. Philly here with a lot of space to get his head up, pick out a pass, and MD's made that run. And off he goes. Now, Chris MD, we know he's a dribbling phenom. So here he is on his way. Now, if we pause it there. Cal Freezy, great positioning here. And Cal Freezy is so underrated, it's outrageous. I'm not really sure why. Generally really good defensively. Really composed on the ball when we play at Shoreditch. And just solid player, basically, all around. And he gets really unlucky with this. Now, Chris MD, is he looking for Nico Milana? Is he bollocks because he wants himself a goal, right? 40 minutes in, that's too long already. So what does he want to do? Now, the thing with Chris is Chris will always have a chop or twist or turn in the locker. You know Shakira, they say the hips don't lie. Well, his hips lie regularly. So diving in is dangerous. And Cal Freezy, he's looking for a bit of help here. I think this is Laserbeam, right? So Laserbeam has made that run to get to him. And Chris MD, he's squaring him up a little bit, but he's obviously got all this space down to the byline if he needs it. But Chris MD wants goals. I know Chris, he wants a goal. So he's looking for people to dive in. And that's the thing. You can't. You've got to wait when it comes to Chris. Although, that said, Cal Freezy's really unlucky here. So we'll let it play and let him score his goal. He twists and turns. One more. Takes Harry out of the game and does what Chris MD does 10, 12 times a session on a Thursday with the lads in five-a-side. He is a Wrigley MF, okay? But it's great energy. It's a great pass by Philly. I think Cal Freezy's a little bit unlucky here because he does pretty much everything right, okay? He gets across. He's looking for a bit of help. He knows that if he gets him into an inside position instead of getting him to go down to the byline, he should be okay. He might have to make a challenge at some point, but he's hoping for a bit of support. And here he thinks he's got that support. So he starts to move his body to put him over to the right-hand side because if he goes that way, then it's fine. If not, he should be able to make a tackle. He then moves his body a little bit and he does actually make a tackle here and gets a lot of the ball, but sadly not enough. And it's just one of those ones where Chris is so wriggly that it makes life a little bit difficult for him. If him getting back into that space though, is that something that should have happened? I'm not sure. Something to improve on. That's all I'm saying. But once he's gone, then Harry has to commit. And of course, he puts it in the bottom right-hand corner. Next goal, and it's Manny with a gorgeous pass into Mini Minter. Why has he got so much space? We'll have a look at that in just a second. I think Willani's actually just screamed at him there to try and stop him a little bit. But Simon does what Simon does, which is score goals in charity matches. He knows what he's doing. But could it have been... Did it have to happen? Did it have to happen? I'm not sure. Because Willani, yes, okay, he's got Mini Minter to his left-hand side. He's got to keep an eye on him. But where's the cover? Where is the cover? You know, it feels like the defender alongside him. And is he offside? I think he's okay. It's a perfectly timed run. But there's a giving up there by the centre-back. And once again, Willani not being the only person who's making the effort to get back in position. Look, what's going on here? Where's the support? Where's the communication for Willani? It's non-existent. Poor bloke. Now, who gets the credit or the critique for this? Goldbridge. You know, he's the gaffer. Has Willani got the players that he needs around him? Is he being supported? Is the structure and formation right? We'll talk about that a little bit later on. I think I've pretty much said what I think about it. We'll come back to that. Philly into traffic. Can he lay it off? Is able to lay it off. 2 chunks. Woo! Wrong foots. KSI looks upset, doesn't he? Chunks does. Pops it in. He just scores goals from outside the box, doesn't he? Simple as that. Not too much you can break down here. KSI says that's absolutely ridiculous. Pretty sizable deflection. We'll have a look at that in just a second. Chunks, though. Good to see him getting on the score sheet. Couldn't happen to a nicer bloke. Philly, with a bit of traffic there. It's actually a decent tackle. And I guess Harry turns his back on it, maybe. If you want to be really, really harsh on it. Was it going in anyway? I'm going to say, yeah. Why not? Let's see from this angle. I think, look, you would imagine KSI would probably say that. But, you know, so be it. Manny. On the run here. Laid it off. Is that poor Will again? Will. Fix his corner. Now, I mean, let's talk about the goalkeeper for a second. I mean, he's not a goalkeeper, right? He's not really... That's not his thing, clearly. So should he have gone in goal? That's a different... Again, do we turn on the manager here? Am I turning the... You know, why is he in goal? Are his hands tied here? Are you playing the cards that you're dealt? I don't know. But what I will say is that the goalkeeper just wasn't really at it throughout the game. Willani trying to make those hard runs there. Basically just collapsed there in the baking heat. 37, I heard it was, on the pitch there. That's absolutely ridiculous. Miniminter in oceans of space. And again, I'm going back now. I've got to look out for my mate here. Where is the protection for Will N.E.? Where is it? Okay? Look. There's Will on the left-hand side. Who's helping out Will? What's he supposed to do? If he engages, you're in trouble. You've got Manny right next to you. If he stays back, obviously you're making your way back. And I think that he does the right thing there. But you're a sitting duck. It's difficult. That back line there is not... is not in a set shape that I think it can be proud of. Let me put it that way. And I just feel for Will. Look, poor bloke. Chasing. Look, he's doing the job of 4, 5 people. Beautiful skill from Miniminter here. Will N.E. goes to a breakdown, and he should be fine there. Again, that's not on Will. That's not on Will. Will puts his head up and he's heartbroken. And I hear that. I see that. But I'm not having that body language, Will. Because you've done nothing wrong, son. You're all alone. Where's the support? Where's the support? Terrible goalkeeping. That should be absolutely fine. Life should be good. And the Allstars should be working their way up the pitch. But I have no words for how poor the goalkeeping is. Do you know what I mean? Give yourself a chance. So the ball goes to Chris MD here. I think this is the penalty on its way. Did the ball go over the line? I don't think it did. You've got Mr. Beast there and H. I mean, look. You see Chris MD, you've got a chance to munch him there. I get it. But I think, if it actually mattered, then maybe don't crunch him there. But now, here is the penalty. KSI up against Speed, who, as everyone has spoken about, has improved drastically. But what occurs here for me is just huge nerves. Because, you can pretend to be Ronaldo all you like, right? And as someone who's missed a penalty in a sort of YouTube game, the legs do start to wobble. I've got to be honest. And when he does wobble, what you start to get concerned about is, am I going to hit the target? And we'll see from the other angle. There's no desire to get it into a corner. The only desire... The only desire is to get it on target. Philly, great support. What a teammate he clearly is. Says, up you get. Go again. But yeah, as you can see from this, it's just pure fear. It's just pure fear for me. I get it. I understand it. But Fosh to the rescue. Absolute cracking goal here. And actually, I've got a screenshot of this I want to show. It's a great knee slide from Max Fosh there, who does have great energy. We've played football with Max as well. He's a really good, solid player, and he's got himself a great goal here. And what I want to go to actually now is I want to show you guys how good this finish is, because this isn't easy, So my boy, Will, great little layoff. He's giving absolutely everything. He's going forwards. He's going backwards. He's setting his teammates up. Superb stuff. And that is reflected in his football. But Max Fosh there, he surveys the situation. You can see he's got his head up. He's having a little look. Now, this is where we need to really take a second and go, wow. Wow, we were. Because how on earth has he got this past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Let's check another one in there. 5 there and found the corner. Now, I think most people are thinking, can you make it and pop it into this corner? No, not Max Fosh. He knows better, and he's able to smash it into that bottom left-hand corner. Absolutely astounding work. Max Fosh, well done. It's a great layoff from Will. Could KSI do better? I don't know. I think he sees it late. But again, look at that. To curl it in that bottom corner. Absolutely fantastic stuff. 4-3 to the Sidemen, and it's a charge. It's a ball into a good area, but it should be cleaned up pretty simply. What on earth has just occurred? And that is 5-3 to the Sidemen. The jizzle with some swizzle there. And Sharky's in tears. Wow. Great finish. Great energy from the lads. And Goldbridge. Yeah. I mean, what's he supposed to do? Goldbridge there. Down one end to the other end. And they're scoring goals. 5-3. Ball on the edge of the box. Max Fosh with a strike! And it's blocked down, and off they go again. And here comes the charge. A lot of space. Gideon, why have you committed there, son? Look at the space that he's got in behind. Is he offside here? Takes a touch. Max Fosh doing everything he can, but he can't. And that's why Manny is the best when it comes to these games. That's why Manny gets himself a hat-trick, because he just is class. Absolutely fantastic player. One thing I would say is it offside? Now, I've got a screenshot ready. So there's one here. Let's have a look at that. Because I feel like he might have been offside. There wasn't VAR, it seemed, at the time. So let's have a look ourselves. Okay, let's draw a line, shall we? So this is when the ball's played. He's all right. I thought he was offside. Is that in line? Hang on, let me see if I can do another one. That seems pretty good to me, right? So, there we go. Manny is fine. Manny is onside. I thought he was offside. I was wrong. Well done, Manny. 6-3 to the Sidemen. Cal Freezy just chilling at the back there for the lads. Providing that option. What is KSI doing? Shark. I shouldn't have said Sharky there. Speed with a cracking challenge there. Cal Freezy with the long ball. And they just about got away with it. Couldn't get that goal, could he? Great feat from Junks, who had a great game on the day. He's a very good little target man / man who's, a bit of a Berbatov vibe about him at times, and he had a great game and obviously got himself a goal as well. Nico's similar vibes, actually, to him at times. KSI! Ooh! And this was the one, wasn't it? So this one, he wants VAR. Nico wants VAR. And, well, we can provide VAR for you right now. Was he over the line? Let's have a look. Okay. So what I'm going to try and do is provide a bit of a force field, shall we say. I don't know if this is going to work really or not. But if we do it in line with the lines here, that should do it. Okay. Is he behind that line? I think he is, I think he is. Now, obviously, he's not going to be in front of that line because it's not an actual proper graphic. I feel like his hair is probably. And if we get rid of it, maybe we can draw a line instead. Maybe this is a better way of doing it. I don't know. Because if we draw one along here, I think his shoulder's maybe on the line, right? Let's keep drawing. But is the ball... See, the ball is up. It does feel... I think his shoulder is on the line. I think the ball is behind the line. So for me, I'm going to give that one. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Was that a goal? So 6-4. They got the ball in this area quite a lot. And Chris MD was able to have a strike from range. Oh, we'll have a look at the shot map at the end of the game, because I think that was quite revealing. Great save from KSI. Galax is buzzing for it. Ethan getting the ball over to Simon. And again, look at that. Look, driving run from Ethan there. Doesn't need to be doing that. Max Fosh took him out here. This was one of the moments. He knew he's delighted. He's delighted to be booked because he knew he had that ready to go. The old switcheroony. Unlucky, son. Unlucky, Clattenburg. You just got booked. Yeah. No. Not allowed. Clattenburg, so confused. Doesn't really understand what's going on. You need to get a bit of Uno in your life, son. Harry lays it off and drives. Look at him go. To Victor. Now, that's where that goal is started from. From Harry looking to support his friend. Now, this is the absolute screamer of the game. What a goal from Harry. I said in our WhatsApp group, I said, Harry's going to score a screamer. I thought it might be like a looping volley, because I don't know if it's just like in his life or me seeing him. And let me pause it here. I don't know if it's in like his life or my life or what, but when we're playing on Thursdays, there'll be moments where you've seen that angle of Harry like winding up a million times. And I would imagine for Harry himself, he must have that same moment of like, okay, it's time to shoot. And he will shoot on sight, and he's got that in his locker. Now, what I love about this goal, yes, the strike is amazing. Yes, it's obviously different reasons, but it's the goal of the game. But the first touch, he knows exactly what he's going to do. He knows exactly what he's going to do, because look at this first touch. Why would he make that touch, and why would he put it there? To get it on that piston of a right foot. Absolute genius. Let's let it run. He knows what he's doing. It's a great first touch, because if he wants to go on his left foot, if he wants to play a pass, then I think he just open up with this left foot. Look, he would just open up. No, I want it on my right foot because I've got a traction engine foot. Stunning stuff. Onto the right peg. Bang. Top bins. Absolutely stunning stuff. One last time. It's a great first touch to give him that yard, to give him that strike. And it's just a stunner. It's an absolute stunner of a goal. Absolute screamer. Delighted for H. Well done, Harry. Speed. Trying to get himself a goal here. And it's a lovely little pass into Nico. And he pops it in that bottom left-hand corner. He's got that calmness about him. Again, slight Berbatov vibes. Got to be honest. Obviously wants to be that striker, wants to be that focal point, but he's happy to make those runs as well. And Speed deserves a lot of credit here, because it's very, very clever stuff from him to find it through the gap of all those different people. Speed deserves huge, huge credit. Look, that's literally without looking. That is a geniusly, brilliantly weighted pass there. And Nico gets his goal, which is great news for absolutely everyone. Chris MD, sitting deep there. Oh, and where's the desire? Where's the desire to go and win it? There it is! He keeps it out. Well done, Chris MD. Well done, son. And they're trying to get rid of it. And obviously everyone's getting a little bit tired by this point, which is understandable. It's very hot. What's interesting here is very clever stuff from KSI. What's he done there? Why is the goalkeeper up there? It's very much Onana vibes, okay? He's creating an overload. Smart, switched on stuff. He's going, my teammates need a bit of help here. There is a bit of a gap here in midfield. Can I provide that overload? Now, Chunks and Will have a tough time. And, okay, Will, we'll give you not credit or critique for that one. That's probably your fault. But you don't really want the ball there, let's be honest. But I think KSI makes this goal with the overload, as you can see. If he's not there, there's not the little dummy there. It's great work. Again, the press is there. Will is shattered by this point, clearly. And what happens. There's his face. Hang on. See if we can get it on his face, because that's just delicious. Here we go. So Will, whack. That's the work of a tired man. And if I can just pause it. I can't zoom in on bless him, but his face. Poor lad. 94 plus 5. But that's down to KSI. Great work, great pressing. Chunks having a tough time, tries to get back, tries to help the team out, nearly makes that tackle. Happy to make the foul as well, just not to be, sadly. And it's 8-5 to the Sidemen. And there you have it. That was it. Full time, Ethan, with a good, solid, nice big trophy there, which is always good to see. You won't want anything too flimsy. You want something solid in there. He took his time. He got it right. I'm very big on getting the trophy lifts correct, and that was done correctly. Well done to the Sidemen. But did they deserve it? Well, yes, of course they did. And importantly, it's a charity match. It's all a bit of fun. Well done to absolutely everyone involved. Let's have a look at the stats, because I think they were quite revealing, and there's some learnings there for a young and exciting manager in Mark Goldbridge, who I think can get this team to the next level, because there's a lot of stuff here that suggests that the Allstars were somewhat on top. If we have a look at the momentum bar, we will see this. Here's the setup of the two teams. Obviously, loads of changes, loads of substitutions. Big loss in terms of Theo Baker in this game. Would that have made life different? But if we scroll down a little bit more, have a look at the momentum bar here. What's crucial here is that the Sidemen were absolutely clinical in scoring their goals. There are a few moments. You can see here, how many minutes is that? 23 minutes. Here as well, 61 minutes, 72 minutes. Big passages of play that the All-Stars were unable to go and get those goals. So why were they unable to go and get those goals? I feel like, and I've spoken about it in the highlights, I feel like Willany was left a little bit in the lurch here. And I think when you look over at that Sidemen team, you have got so much hard work there and solidarity, chemistry, and a desire to make a challenge and to keep the ball out of the back of the net. Rotashaw, Calfreezy, Toby, and Ethan, a little box there that worked incredibly hard. Obviously got a better goalkeeper as well. The 0.3 for XQC is generous, I would say. Poor bloke. But I think the use of the Americans that don't generally play football and where they were put, I think that's something that has hurt the team today. And that has to lie at the manager's door. I'm sorry, Mark. I'm sorry. Hey, maybe you need an assistant manager. Yeah, definitely put it out there. Because let's move Max Fosh and Gideon. Put him in that centre-back position. Are you in a better place? If we scroll down a little bit, you'll see the top stats. Now, the sidemen had more of the ball, which is important to say. XG, the Allstars had a little bit more XG. A lot more shots as well. And if we want to pick out some absolute star men, first of all, Chris MD, what a gorgeous footballer and man he is. Accurate passes, 30 of his 41%. I think young Philly deserves a shout here. 25 of his 26 passes were accurate. That is pretty impressive stuff. If we have a look at the dribbling, I thought that was really interesting because successful dribbles, Chris MD, 7 out of his 8, but Chunks, 6 out of his 7 as well. Another thing for Chunks I thought was really interesting was that chances created, 9 chances created from Chunks. He is a creative monster when it comes to creating those chances for the team. And Jules, Chris MD, again, at the top up there. But I Show Speed, does what he does. He is combative. He got involved. 48%, not ideal. I hear that. But actually, Bazinga with a really strong game in midfield. 7 of his 12, he won. Chris won 65% of his as well. Mini Minter winning 6 of his 7 as well. Last thing I want to show you is the shot map, because I think, again, this is something where Mark, there's some areas here where I think you can be in a better position moving forward. Because if we zoom in, what we can see here is the goals from the sidemen came from inside the box. Whereas if we have a look at the shot map of the All-Stars, and I understand it, you've got Chris MD, you've got Philly, you've got Chunks, you've got people who can score from outside the box. I get it. But I also think the fact that they had to have those shots from outside the box was because of a strong structure in the back line of defence and the shape of the sidemen. Maybe that chemistry over the years helping that little bit more. But there was a lot of people that had played the year before, played this time. I think Harry Pinero was missed massively for the All-Stars, would have helped with that defensive solidity there and allowed them to deal with it. And maybe there would have been less of these shots from inside the box. The ability to do that against the goalkeeper, who's not really a goalkeeper, meant that the sidemen were able to triumph. And deservedly so, because they worked through the game very, very cleverly. But a lot of shots outside the box, and that points to me to a good defensive performance from sidemen, and possibly one where the All-Stars can have a look at their team, have a look at their squad, and maybe focus on the central areas of the pitch and that centre-back position next year. We'll all be here next year, ready to watch. Exciting times. Most importantly, there's a link in the description if you still want to give money to this incredible event. Well done, guys. This is so cool. And obviously, I'm just having a bit of fun here. Having a look at the goals and having a bit of fun. But this is special stuff that you guys are doing here. And you should all be very, very proud of yourself. And just to highlight one last time, these guys, these guys aren't pro footballers. So they've all given absolutely everything. They should all be very, very proud of what they've done. And bring on next year.